Hola, hola, continuous liners. How we all doing today? This is Megan Burns coming to you live from the streets of La Ciudad de Mexico in La Condesa at Parque Mexico. I just got my beautiful latte. Yeah, how we all doing today? I haven't checked in with y'all in a while. Rosie, Rosie's not into cafe, hanging out at cafes. She's got to be running and sniffing and playing the whole time. So anyways, I wanted to check in with you all because first of all, bravo to everyone who's doing the continuous line masters. Really so interesting to see what everyone's doing. And you know what? It's just a great way to stay involved with your art practice. I'm not trying to push anyone to do anything, but I was just sort of thinking about, like, right now, I feel like everyone is so exhausted and anxious, right? I mean, the exhaustion is from the constant chaos that of the world of the news. Even if you try to avoid it and ignore it and don't look at it, it has a way of getting to you, right? And most people are feeling kind of anxious about the whole state of the world, wars, surveillance, my God. I mean, the whole thing is just like every which way we look, it's kind of intense, right? And so it's always been said that that is a great reason to have a drawing practice, to have an art practice, so you can get lost in your art, right? We need to get lost into something that is not just doom scrolling. I'll speak from my own experience, right? I do some doom scrolling and it just makes me feel nauseous, right? And so like with this constant chaos, and I think, I see this a lot within the community, that it tends to be older women, is like we get to be sort of, even if you have family and grandkids and everything, there's just like, it's just easier to kind of fall out of, not favor, just fall out of like not having such a social circle. My friend circle is a lot smaller than what it used to be. And I kind of like it that way. I really don't want to be out there socially, but then it's a double-edged sword of like loneliness, right? If I spend too much time alone, then I get all the heebie-jeebies and I think about all the bad things that could happen to me and oh my God. And so it's important for me to kind of be a part of a community, and that's been slow going here in Mexico City. I mean, my Mexico City sketchers, there aren't a lot of people showing up to it, but whatever, I'm going to keep doing it. And so, like, the loneliness in addition to perfectionism, I see this with my community so much, and mostly because it is women. And it's not to say that men are not affected by it or afflicted by it, but historically women have always been asked to like keep it all together and to do everything and to run everything and run everything perfectly. So that trickles into the whole art thing. And like when women go to draw, and this is just generally speaking, I'm not trying to say everyone is like this, there's such a drive to want to do things perfectly and to do it perfectly, and sometimes that perfectionism can just strangle the life out of your art. And continuous line drawing, again, I'm not trying to push continuous, I'm just saying in theory, the method behind the madness of continuous line drawing is that it shakes us out of perfectionism. That's why I started doing it. And well, actually I started doing it because I was scared during the pandemic days. And now it's turned into a whole thing, right? And it's a way, like, I don't care about perfect urban sketches. Of course there's an architectural bent on all of it. You're going to sit in front of the thing and you're going to draw it perfectly until the cows come home. And I don't care if things are perfect. I'm much more into the energy of my drawing, the energy, not the accuracy. And that's been one of the greatest gifts of continuous line drawing, is its energy over accuracy. And so I'm really just going to encourage encourage my community is to let go of the perfectionism that strangles the life out of everything. I mean, there's a time and a place to be perfect, right? But in your art, especially when the world is collapsing or whatever it's doing, it's nice just to kind of let go and see what happens, right? So that has been a big gift for me, is to really just, kind of let my art evolve. And there's good days and bad days, but anyways, it's this whole notion of just like trying to just let happen what happens, right? Easier said than done. I know that. And so in a world that is collapsing and that seems completely out of control, it's easy to want to have the perfection, have some control in your art. And so what I'm saying is like, just try the continuous line and lean into it and let it take you to where your heart wants you to go, right? Because I feel like it's such a way to get into your intuitiveness, right? It's such it drills down. It drills down. Anyways, so that's all I have to say. I got people staring at me just on the other side of my phone here, because there's tables all along here and they're looking at the park, and it looks like they're looking right at me, and it looks like I'm looking right at them. So anyways, keep on drawing your lines until next time. Okay, bye.